Being a firefighter doesn't know any height, weight, color, creed. It doesn't know anything. It just, it looks like anybody who wants to have a fulfilling job and help people. Every day I come to work and I can help somebody who really needs it. I guess it goes in the bank of like memorable stories.
Kenosha Fire Department has, as of 2020, we have a diversity and recruitment committee. The challenges that we were facing for the diversity and recruitment committee was how to get out into the public and let them know that they do have a chance to be a firefighter. All we had was ideas and anger. So Building Our Future kind of gave us a game plan.
What they provided for us right away was knowledge, because we basically started this committee and we didn't know what it was about. So I guess they brought knowledge, and then again, they brought contacts. They brought contacts as far as like contacting other community leaders and stuff like that.
Building Our Future is a collective impact organization. So when you hear collective impact, think two things: bringing people and organizations together and project management of timelines. And so we build networks around benchmarks that students experience that kind of point to their success. The second thing we do is we build capacity in local organizations. So we use continuous improvement frameworks to help other nonprofits and youth and family serving organizations get better at what they do, focus on the people groups that they're targeted in their mission and vision, because we believe that stronger organizations help build stronger communities.
We have more minorities than we used to since we started this committee. So I think those are things that we've accomplished. I think Building Our Future has helped us accomplish those goals and just made it smoother and just less frustrating.
One of the tools that we use at Building Our Future is evidence-based decision-making. And so we're huge on data. We're huge at looking at the data that we see around these educational outcomes, but learning to ask the deep questions of why is the data what it is. So we look at data, we ask the questions of why, we try to determine what are the factors that are causing the outcomes that we're seeing, and then we try to determine what strategies will influence these factors. And so being really clear about not just the what, but the why and the how puts us in a position to then be able to measure those kind of performances. What are the strategies that will impact the factors that will then change the data that we're seeing for the better?
I think if we didn't work with Building Our Future, maybe some of those connections and doors that opened for not just the diversity and recruitment committee for the fire department, either wouldn't have been there because we wouldn't have found them or maybe thought about them, or they would have taken longer to make those connections, right? But some of the leadership at Building Our Future they already made the connection, so why reinvent the wheel, right?
We believe if more and more people would shift from what we would call kind of the program-based personal view of problems to the systems level, how do we change the outcomes, that we could move the needle and see more things happen. Right? So often we focus on the individual and how do we help individuals that are struggling versus asking the question, how do we stop individuals from going into a struggle in the first place? And so those are the deeply complicated, difficult questions, right, that we ask and we figure out as a community, how do we work together? Because if we want to change outcomes, we don't do it by helping one person at a time. That's helpful. But we figure out what's producing year after year, generation after generation, people for being in a certain position. And I would say the fire department is a great example of that. As they looked at their recruitment strategies, as they look at their need for diversity in the department, they wanted to make changes in how they did what they did to improve outcomes for everybody. And they're doing the work and they're seeing the results.
So being selected to be featured in the Inspire event, to me, honestly, it's an honor, because I feel that it validates what our fire department is doing for the community. And I feel that it didn't go unnoticed. And I feel that the partnership that we've made with Building Our Future, with Kaba and everybody else, is definitely paying off. So I feel honored that actually went somewhere and that we didn't just make this committee for nothing.